Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we returned to Grimda to let her know that we did not have her scroll. Whale does not want the scroll here. Whale is like, yo, this is supposed to be a mystery, you're hoarding my mysteries. No, it needs to be hidden. And to be brutally honest, I did not think that she would believe us, however she did. For some reason, she was like, yep, this makes perfect sense, have this key to the archives, which means we can go and give, I believe their name was Nedyn? Something like that. We can go and give Nedyn the Theorems of Pandgram. And then after that, we need to sort out this nonsense with Caed Nua. Caed Nua is my castle. I am not going to have it taken from me. No, sorry. No, thank you. Absolutely not. And then once we've gotten finished with all of that, yes, to Brackenbury. Yet once we've gotten Caed Nua sorted, I'm thinking it's time we head into the catacombs. We have a couple of quests that lead us there, and that's where the main quest is pointing. The Temple of Wodaka is apparently, the entrance to it is apparently in the catacombs. Also, before I forget, let me start my timer. There we go. Now then, I want to say... Yet Nedyn, and you know what, before we hand this thing over to you... Yet Theorems of Pandgram, can we read this? Okay, not really. A heavy old book that carries the dust of centuries. The pages are as fine and thin as onion skin, and covered with obscure diagrams and notes on animancy. Okay. It's probably a little bit beyond our capabilities. Ximena is no slouch in the intellect department, but, you know, this is like sciencey stuff.
Greetings.
It's nice to see you and all, but I really need to focus on my studies. You'll never believe what I found. You, Lady of Lament, you really found it. Nedyn cradles the musty tome like a newborn. I can't believe it. It really exists. She looks back to you. Thank you so much. This will be invaluable. She almost turns to the book, but at the last moment, she remembers herself and gives you a bag of coin. Okay, so we lost the Theorems of Pandgram. We gained 500 copper and some experience. I'm glad this will be useful to you. I don't suppose you could spare a little more. Diplomatic, is that all? I was glad to help. Oh, we absolutely... We absolutely are going to push for some more money. This is very blunt. This is very blunt. And Valians don't like bluntness. So yeah, we'll try and be charming about it. I'm glad this will be useful to you. I don't suppose you could spare a little more. Ah, of course. She pulls a ring from her finger. It may not look like much, but I've always been able to use this ring to generate a little extra money when I was between stipends. It's critical for someone doing research without the benefit of a wealthy patron. She smiles weakly and hands it over to you. Please, take it. You've certainly given me a resource I couldn't have found on my own. Ring of Eternal Funding. Anything else? She looks eager to return to her studies. I'll leave you alone. Farewell. Hold the oh, hello. Okay, we have taxes. Thank you. That is wonderful. I need to know. +5 copper. This plain gold band contains a power that belies its simple appearance. It's been passed between animancers, wizards, and other scholars for centuries because it provides a steady income to the wearer, allowing him or her to pursue research interests without being tied to a particular patron. Now, I'm thinking however much money you find, it's going to add 5 copper onto that total, rather than for every 1 copper you find, you get 5 extra, because that would be busted as hell. If it was for every 1 you get 5 additional, that would be so busted. This offers no protection. But I like money. I like money. I can't say no to it. Yeah, okay, buddy. Take that. There you go. There you go. Have my knockoffs. Lovely. Yeah, I can't say no to money. I can't say no to extra copper. We have a castle to build. Well, actually, we might not have a castle to build up. This hearing or whatever it is, they might say, oh yeah, your claim isn't good enough. So you have to hand the castle over. Ooh, Heritage Hill claims another curious soul. We remind all visitors to Defiance Bay that the hill is sealed for the city's protection. And furthermore that the trade of Engwithan artifacts is strictly forbidden. You know what? I actually haven't been here during the day. Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, these are all backers, not back out. Let's see, where's... Okay, yeah, here's an entrance. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick sweep of the area, just in case there are any quest givers here. Yeah, when we came in here before, it was night. So let's just... That's a commoner. Come on, people. Come along. Maybe Ximena is putting this off, you know. If we never go and see about who the rightful owner of Caed Nua is, then they can't take it off of us. At least that's Ximena's line of logic. It's not right. Regular folk like us should be allowed to attend the hearings. You do know there's not enough space in there for everybody, right? All I'm saying is, where's our representative? Who's speaking for the common folk? Yes. The Animancy hearings. I would assume we'll probably be able to look into that at some point. It's just a matter of when. I think that they're too important for the player not to get involved in, if that makes any kind of sense. And yes, there's the Temple of Lodakar. Yeah, there's... hello. There we go. I think you're a backer. Yes, you are. What was your name? Quinolin. Ooh, that's quite a nice name. I like that. Quinolin. You have alien soldiers. Anyone hiding back here? You never know. I have to check. Yeah, okay, there was no one. That leads up to Crucible Keep. Yeah, and we walked down that way. If there were anyone there, I think I would have noticed them. Oh, this makes me nervous. Surely they can't take Caed Nua off of us. We've been building it up. We've been building it up and everything. We've spent money. Ooh, we demand to see the Duke. He's busy. Settle down or you'll feel the back of my blade. Oh dear. It takes a smooth tongue to solve problems, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry. Hello. 12 charms Maggie Tiller. And then a death godlike. I might have read your backstory, my dear, but as I said, I have Caed Nua to worry about. Anyone hiding over yonder? Okay, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's head on in. There we go. Yep. We have arrived. We've already stolen from in there. I have no regrets. Oh, actually. Yeah, that's theft. No, then hello. Oh, and this is all theft too. That's bullshit. Forwin, Warren, and the records keeper. Thank you for coming, Ximena. I've been trying to track you down for some time. This is Marshal Forwin, Earl Bedamar's military advisor. He will serve as a witness for this proceeding. He gestures at the man next to him. Well met, Road Warden. Your reputation precedes you. I admit you've created a bit of a stir throughout the nobility with your reclamation of Caed Nua. Most are still not sure what to think of you. What's this about? Again, that's very blunt. What's this about? The legitimacy of your claim to Caed Nua is in question. Earl Bedamar has issued a ruling on the matter. I trust the Earl to make a fair judgment. Diplomatic. Caed Nua was abandoned for over a century, and I've claimed the land through strength of arms. My claim is legitimate, rational. Caed Nua is mine. Any who challenge my claim will face my wrath. Aggressive. I see. Which is logic and reason. Logic and reason. Caed Nua was abandoned for over a century, and I've claimed the land through strength of arms. My claim is legitimate. If there were no other claimant, you would be correct. Unfortunately, this is not the case. All will be made clear once Lord Gathbin arrives. Do you have any questions for me while we wait? Tell me about Earl Bedamar. What do you know of Gathbin? Do you know which way Earl Bedamar has ruled? What was that about Road Warden? I don't have any more questions. We are going to go through all of this. Ximena wants the deets. All of the deets. Tell me about Earl Bedamar. Earl Bedamar comes from an esteemed line of lords that rose to prominence after the War of Defiance, some 150 years ago. The Deerwood consists of 7 earldoms. The Bedamars govern the northern earldom known as the Grasp. As to the current Bedamar, he is a fine man, as I know. It is an honour to serve him. Tell me more about the Grasp. The Grasp is now the largest of the 7 earldoms after it consumed the pre-war earldom of Yenwood. It encompasses notable settlements such as New Haemar, Gieran's Grasp, Gilded Vale, and of course Caed Nua. Yenwood. When the Deerwood was a mere colony of Edir, it was divided into 9 earldoms. When the Edirans were defeated and ultimately driven out, 2 of the earldoms were absorbed and borders were adjusted. The Yenwood was one such earldom. I had other questions. Of course. What do you know of Gathbin? While I've met him but once, it was ample time to determine the character of Lord... Bloody hellfire, what is this name? I can't... I'm gonna say that's a silent R. That's how I'm going to interpret this name, Arled. While I've met him but once, it was ample time to determine the character of Lord Arled Gathbin, or lack thereof. He is descended from an old Edirran line that predates the War of Defiance. His great-grandfather, Rannig Gathbin, was the Earl of Yenwood during the war. That is, until he was stripped of his lands and driven from the Deerwood. have other questions. Do you know which way Earl Baedemar has ruled? I'm sorry, my lord, I do not. The Earl's decree is sealed. What was that about Road Warden? The one who rules Caed Nua on behalf of the Earl of Yenwood is traditionally known as the Road Warden. Your position might not be entirely official yet, but the title is an appropriate form of address. The Marshal nods and smiles. Okay, well that's a good sign. Your position might not be entirely official yet. Okay. I think Ximena would be thinking, okay, hopeful. I don't have any more questions. Your timing is impeccable. Here comes Lord Gathbin now. I'm just saying, it appears to be one guy and one girl. And we are many. Of course, I doubt, the Chancellor and the Marshal and the Record Keeper would get involved. But, it's 6 versus 2. I'm just saying, if things go to shit, we might be able to take him in a fight. An opulently dressed man strides towards the Chancellor, his sandy hair trailing him like a banner caught in a light breeze, boot heels echoing throughout the hall. An elven woman with cropped hair, dressed in dark glinting mail, shadows his steps before taking position alongside him. She watches you unabashedly, taking your measure. Let's move past this formality as quickly as possible. I've other matters to attend to. It's well known that Caed Nua belongs to me by right. And where is this pretender? Show me the fool that thinks to steal my land. Where is this low-born wretch? Warren clears his throat and glances at you. Oh. Aristocrat, okay. This woman here, oh, no, this is Lord Gathbin, okay. Bitch. Bitch. Where is the option? Where is the option to call this man a bitch? I do not see this. Is this the option to call this man a bitch? Boo, boo, I say. This woman here. This is the Lady of Caed Nua. I thought she was just another servant. Perhaps a valet or a scullery maid. Again, Ximena's got a tongue on her. She raises her hand. Everyone who owns their own keep, raise a hand. Go on, don't be shy. Imbecile! I hope you've enjoyed your time squatting on my land. Provoke me further, and I'll hang you from the highest wall of Caed Nua when our business is finished. Chancellor, read the Earl's decree. Oh, mate, you can try, but if you get the castle, I'm knocking down that wall. I built it. I put my money into that wall. It's mine to destroy. Fucking try it. Warren breaks the seal on the scroll and unfurls it. Regarding the matter of the Gathbin claim on Caed Nua, Earl Baedemar finds that the Gathbin claim was never relinquished. By law, Caed Nua is the rightful property of the Gathbin family. I knew it. Gathbin smirks at you triumphantly. Stab him! Stab this man! In the liver! I think we might be in there. I'm not yet finished reading, my lord. Gathbin rolls his eyes and motions for the Chancellor to continue. However, the Earl recognises Ximena's part in reclaiming Caed Nua, a site that has stood abandoned and even, some would say, cursed for over a century. Before Caed Nua is returned to the Gathbin family, the Earl has decreed that Lord Gathbin will provide compensation in the form of... Absolutely not. Gathbin folds his arms, a defiant scowl on his face. My lord, Warren raises his eyebrows. The amount is quite reasonable and a requirement for your land to be returned to you. If you'll just allow me to finish. I'll not pay a single copper to this miscreant for my ancestral land. Do you think I'm blind to the Earl's motives, lackey? He thinks he can send a message with this insult. Oh. I have a message you can send that son of a whore. Gathbin raises an open hand as the Chancellor shrinks from him, arm raised in defence. So we can punch him, aggressive, grab his arm, stoic, just enough, passionate, do nothing. Just making this man back down with the power of our voice. Enough. How dare you give me an order? Gathbin whirls to face you, and then we stab him in the liver. My lord, I suggest you calm yourself immediately. The Marshal's tone is calm, but his hand rests on the hilt of his sword. And the elven woman deftly draws a pistol from her thick leather belt. Her eyes widen in anticipation. My lord, my lady, please, there's no need for further violence. Lord Gathbin holds your gaze for several heartbeats, his eyes burning with hatred. Fuck you. I'll be coming for what's mine. Count on it. Come, Captain Emery, we're leaving. He sneers defiantly before storming down the hall. The captain lowers her pistol and gives a smirking shrug before following her employer. Well, I can't say that Gathbin's reaction was entirely unexpected. Through no fault of your own, I'm afraid you've made a powerful enemy. I'll stab him in the liver, it's reet. I've dealt with much worse. He did seem a little upset, didn't he? Shrug. Ooh. I'm drawn to number one. This guy seems like a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie, he seems like a little bitch. I've dealt with much worse. I hope you're right. Warren smiles thinly. Oh, hello. Okay. In any case, Caed Nua now officially belongs to you since Lord Gathbin has rejected the Earl's decree. He hands you a deep blue sceptre, which looks to have been carved entirely out of sapphire. Here, this belonged to one of the old lords of Caed Nua. By right, it's yours now. You have gained an item. A staff has been added to the inventory. Give 1,000 copper. Have this sent to Lord Gathbin as a token of friendship. Fuck that noise. Tell Gathbin if I catch him or any of his people on my land, they'll be executed. Cruel. Please extend an invitation to Lord Gathbin to feast with me within the halls of Caed Nua. There is no need for us to be enemies. Clever, I'm done here. Oh, fuck yes. This is gonna get her in trouble. Ximena knows it's gonna get her in trouble, but again, as I have repeatedly said, she's got a mouth on her. She's got a mouth on her that she likes to run from time to time, and it does get her in trouble. Please, extend an invitation to Lord Gathbin to feast with me within the halls of Caed Nua. There's no need for us to be enemies. That is a generous offer, and I'll make sure it reaches Lord Gathbin. Yes. It was a pleasure to finally meet you, my lady. Warren bows. Perhaps we'll speak again under more pleasant circumstances. Farewell, Ximena. The Marshal nods at you and leaves. Way, excellent. Now, what is this? Ooh, oh, hello, Soulbound. Oh, what? Okay. Bind this item to unlock the next level. Geared Hawain Stens, the bluestone the bluestone scepter is remarkable in that it has been shaped from a single sapphire. Its only other component is its grip, made of silver bands. I mean, I was about to say the only person who could use this is Aloth, but no, Durance could as well. I'm thinking, is this? I'm not seeing if this is long range or if it's something you would go up and bat people with. Because if it's at range, I'm tempted to give it to Aloth. Okay. Okay, no, so it is ranged. Range 10 meters. Okay. So yeah, you have... Ooh! Okay, yeah, this is just an upgrade in every sense of the word. So can we... Oh, we'll put that in there. And then... Bind this item. I'm like, I don't know what this means. I'm tempted to do it. But I don't know what I'm getting myself in. Fuck it. Okay. Are you sure you want to soulbind the staff to Aloth? Once bound, this item cannot be equipped by any other character. Again, this is only equipable by wizards, priests, and druids. I'm pretty sure that of the companions, you get one for each class. So we're not going to get any other companions who are wizards. We're not going to get any other companions who are priests. Aloth is the wizard companion. Durance is the priest companion. We have not met the druid companion yet. I think this suits Aloth a lot better than it does Durance. So fuck it, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Deal 200 raw damage to enemies with the staff to unlock the next level. We can do that. Sure thing, why not? Cool beans,
Hey there.
That's interesting. That's interesting, very nice. Also, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we got Caed Nua. However, we have made an enemy of a duke, and I would be very surprised if he didn't make a reappearance at some point. Yeah, let's... I think it's finally time. I think it's finally time. Let's head into the catacombs. We have 3 quests waiting for us in there. We might as well. Although that being said, I'm looking at my timer and I only have about 3 minutes left. I mean, we can at least make our way there. Yeah, I want to say the catacombs. Oh.
Yeah.
So they say.
Well, that's lucky. Where I'm from, we see a feathered lady, we start worrying maybe her dad got frisky with his hens.
I guess you can always trust a farm boy's head to go there first.
Yeah, Adia. I don't know if you were maybe trying to make a joke or what, but it did not land. It did not land, but there we have confirmation. She's a godlike of Hylia. I can't remember if she's mentioned that before, but we now have definite confirmation. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Dead Initiate. As you approach the dead man, you can feel the faint traces of his soul, lingering, a stunned uncertainty holding it in place. When you near, without warning, the soul hurries towards you, as though you were a solitary light in the dank gloom of this place, come to usher it away. Its essence invades your consciousness. You are in a different body now, walking deeper into the catacombs, cloaked in a dark robe with a mask pulled over your face. You're following a familiar path along the canal, heading to a room built around a statue of a figure wearing a robe much like yours. Others await, clothed in hoods and shadows. Ahead is another figure dressed like you, travelling in the same direction. You don't know his name, and that's how it's supposed to be. Out of the darkness, something monstrous grabs the other figure. You turn to flee, but find yourself face to face with a troll. The panic pounding through your brain is interrupted by razor-edged teeth and claws. You snap yourself out of the dead man's memory. The corpse lies on the damp and grimy ground. His hood and mask are missing, and his clothes are shredded. As you regain awareness of what's happening around you, you realise that your head is in Pelagina's feathered hands. Ooh, hello. Okay, well, I guess maybe we collapsed? As you regain awareness of what's happening around you, you realise that your head is in Pelagina's feathered hands, her golden eyes are peering into your own, as though she is trying to catch a glimpse of activity lurking in the depths. As she sees your eyes respond, she wobbles your head a little and gives you a light slap. Letting go and stepping back, she regards you with concern. Everything going all right in there? Yeah, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it, don't worry. Viscous, foul-smelling sludge ebbs in the trench. Ew. Okay, well, I mean, we're in some catacombs. It looks like this may also double up as a sewer, so yeah, what are you expecting, really? Okie doke. Now, I am just about out of time for this episode. So let's have a wee bit of a read. Yeah, I believe we were up to here. Adia is a country rich with custom, and they are known for their strict adherence to them. Their customs run the gamut, from grand celebrations like the Feast of Feasts, there goes my timer, to mundane superstitions, such as ways to avoid sweat addiction. This volume will focus primarily on bigger celebrations, as no one knows how to throw an extravagant party quite like an Adiran. The Feast of Feasts. The biggest and most important of all Adiran customs is the Feast of Feasts. This week-long celebration happens in the first week of Fenestu, Deep Summer, and is dedicated to honouring the life of the first Fyrkonig. Each day of the week is devoted to some aspect of the Fyrkonig's life, and there are very specific dishes to be served at each meal. The Feast of Feasts originally began as a festival celebrating the birth of the Fyrkonig's first son, and soon became a yearly occurrence during the week of his birthday. Currently, Adirans simply use it as an excuse for a party, and pull out all the stops in an effort to outdo the previous year. And lest you wonder, as I did, which Fyrkonig is honoured during the Feast of Feasts, it is always the current Fyrkonig, for each Fyrkonig is the first and only Fyrkonig. Sweet Treat. A special custom that arose at some point during the Feast of Feasts. Sweet Treat started as a way to keep children occupied so the parents could dine in peace. While it is still used for that today, significance has been added to it. Each treat is placed in a container, usually small metal boxes, and hidden somewhere on the property. After everything has been hidden, the children are sent out to find the treasures. It is said now that the hidden treats represent Glanfathan artifacts, and the children are the explorers, bringing the riches back to their new and rightful owners. Carnival of the Mask. When the original colonists for Adir travelled to the new land to found the Deerwood in the name of the Adiran Fyrkonig, they encountered the Glanfathan people. The Carnival of the Mask celebrates this meeting. Originally, it was merely a formal reenactment, as a play, of the tensions between the Glanfathans and Adiran settlers, but it has since evolved into much more than that. Participants choose sides and come dressed in elaborate outfits, depicting which group they have decided to align themselves with, Adirans or Glanfathans. Everyone attends a masquerade ball, and this party replaces any semblance of the play that was presented. Winter's End. Winter's End was never anything more than an excuse for a celebration, and it hasn't changed in all the years it has existed in Adir. It takes place during winter dusk and lasts all 3 days. People use the time to reflect on the year, celebrate their lives, and remember the dead, especially those who have passed in the recent year. Okay, very interesting. That was Adir Customs. Lovely. Santa Wodica coming up next. And you know what? It's been a wee while. Excuse me. Salt, you can go in there, and Waddles, come join the party. Okie doke. And now that we have finally made our way to the catacombs, I will bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, apparently there be trolls. Hopefully we can take them out, no issues. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davis, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.